my name's Andrew Tuttle, and I am a land steward of a 20-acre farm near Seattle, Washington called Tree Farm. And our project is called a virtual tour of Seven Seeds Farm.
And I'm Mary Marshall and collaborate with Andrew at Edge Perma, the co-founder of that, and also the co-steward with our little community at Tree Farm, and have been for the last couple of years.
Hi, my name's John Creasy. I am in the Stanton Heights and Garfield neighborhood of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. The title of my project is Collaborative Community Food Security Design.
Hi, my name is Felicita Thomas. I currently live in Funda Blanc, Haiti. It's the Southern Peninsula. The name of my project is Inuf, Permaculture Garden Project. Inuf is the old name that this region was known historically, and currently right now has changed to Funda Blanc.
My name is Brittany Atkinson. I'm located down in Manatee County. Our project is for a town called Bradenton within Manatee County, and it's for the John Marble Recreation Center, and it will be a community garden.
All right. Hi there. I'm Allie Richardson. I am in the Southern Colorado region in El Paso County. The project that we are proposing is in Peyton, Colorado, and the project's name is Down the Hill Farms Garden Forest Project.
Yeah, with Edge Perma, we create virtual farm tours to help tell the stories of farmers and demonstrate the incredible systems of the farms that are out there. And we are so excited to be doing that with Seven Seeds Farm and to display all that they're doing there.
Yeah, anyone that's in the permaculture community in the Pacific Northwest knows Don Tippings. They know that he is just established some of the most incredible resilient farm systems anyone's ever seen. If you've seen Andrew Millison's YouTube channel, you've seen a couple of videos of some of the profound work that they've done at Siskiyou Seeds, which resides at Seven Seeds Farm. But what we really want to do is have the opportunity to tell more of that story. Most of us are never going to have the opportunity to physically travel to that site. And most of us are never going to have the opportunity to see that farm from above, from the angles we get with the drone. And so what we're proposing is to create a 3D model and 360 virtual walkthrough of that space so that people can learn from everywhere in the world. You can travel to Siskiyou Seeds site and learn from Don Tippings in a almost like in-person experience, but through a screen. Our goal is to make permaculture education just more accessible, reaching hopefully tens of thousands of people with this content. So we're really passionate about showcasing this site because, in our opinion, it's one of the premier permaculture sites in the entire region. And there's a lot to learn from Don and all that they've established there.
Yeah, it's our goal that people will be not only inspired to work on their land, but just, to be able to replicate the systems that are existing on their land would be an incredible way to experience it.
Thank you. Yeah, I work at a farm called Garfield Community Farm, and over the years have had the opportunity to do a bunch of design work, not only at the farm but with homeowners. And one of the things we've recognized is the desire within faith communities in our area to do the kind of work that we're doing. They've supported Garfield Community Farm in big ways, many different churches and a diversity of faith groups. The new project is going to help these communities do what we're doing in Garfield with their land and with their people. And so it's really a design for education primarily within faith communities, also potentially schools. Education around permaculture that leads to food forest design. We would come alongside after the education work. We would come alongside and help with the design work and the implementation as the designs are created by those communities of people. So we think that we can do about 10 designs a year, and this funding would help us launch this new project and begin with at least the first three in the second year of doing this. We've tried it with a few this year, and the program is ready to launch for real in 2025.
The project that I want to work on aims at creating like a model garden so that the kids could come and learn from it. Um, the main impact, I guess, will be food scarcity, teaching kids to love the land and acknowledge that without the land we can't feed ourselves and all that stuff. So I think the main thing that I want to do with the project is already have a lot started. I just want to continue more on the knowledge part for especially the youth. I'm hoping that the kids who are interested will sign up an after school program, and it will be I have access to about 1,000 kids. So it'll be a big push an after school program. So as much as we can with the materials and what allows us to print and all that stuff. It obviously depends on the funding. However much we can print, how many tools we can get, then we can get going. Hopefully a set of classes with that every week, every day, get that rotation going.
So this project is on a county property on a newly constructed and renovated recreation center. And the goal of this would be to help eliminate a food scarcity in this area. It's a rapidly growing area of Manatee County. Bradenton is it's becoming very populated now with the influx of a lot of people moving to Florida. A lot of people that don't have the knowledge of how to grow food in Florida. And so we have a real unique new opportunity here with the people that are visiting the recreation center to grab them and try to make that whole picture of healthy living. And we work in partnership with UFIFAS and Manatee County Parks and Ground Maintenance. And so I fall under that as their designer. And I brought this idea to them because I wanted a whole picture of a no waste model. And so with the funds for this project, we would try to implement capturing the water and not allowing it to run off of the land, because I feel like that was the one place that everything else was kind of in place already. Like we had the garden beds ready to go, and we had the whole structure and the bigger budget ready to go. But for capturing water and then helping implement it into the local Tampa Bay estuary so that we have two seasons here in Florida. Normally we have our rainy season and our dry season. And so to alleviate that off of the well pressure and the runoff when we do get that big heavy rain, it's vital that we capture as much rain as possible. And so I'm hoping that by implementing this design, it'll serve that better purpose. So thank you.
So the project that we are proposing had come out of a 2024 permaculture design certification course with Pikes Peak Permaculture, and the property host at Down the Hill Farm, which is a 15-acre property that we designed. We're really excited when we presented the property's forest garden. That gave them an opportunity to see that it was possible to grow food in a forest-like system here in Colorado, where we have semi-arid climate, lack of water, less than 15 inches a year. So water and the wind were a big sector in this design site. And for our project, we want to implement a forest garden, but they are implementing a 140 by 100-foot barn for a wool mill. And we're going to have a lot of stormwater runoff because for a footprint this large, a half-inch rain in an hour can produce 300 gallons of water. So again, it's Down the Hill Farm. So we have to get the water to slow down. The erosion is terrible. And so implementing a forest garden system to capture some of the water that we can from the roof, fill up a cistern for later, is going to be an ideal thing. We are implementing hugelkulturs in here as well to try to, again, capture some of that water, slow it down. And one thing in particular, the reason why we wanted to go ahead with this process is because we have a succession plan for this in place. The property owners, they're both going to become certified in permaculture design next year with us. And they also have hired a project coordinator. This way, this can be a demonstration site for the public because this is a really community focused wool mill. They also have hired a farm manager who is very excited about implementing this forest garden project. And so that will be a watering schedule with him to continue the succession of this forest garden. That way, we have the community coming in and seeing this and interacting. We'll have a meditation path in there. So it will heal you spiritually, mentally, but also sustenancy. There's nothing like going through and picking a berry or a fruit off of a tree, especially in Colorado. So yeah, that's the wrap up of the project.
If you want to see more accessible education in permaculture, this project, that's the goal here. We're really focused on building a platform for all different learning styles and creating something that's super visual rich that reaches learners in new ways. So we're trying to create something that is replicable, where when you experience Siskiyou Seed at Seven Seeds Farms and you get to walk around that space virtually, you're going to learn about farm systems and you're going to gain the skills necessary to replicate some of those farm systems on your site. So if you want to see more permaculture design systems in the world, this is a great project to support.
Yeah, we are passionate about passing along the knowledge from our mentors and leaders within this permaculture space and being able to extract all of that information from Don Tipping so that other people can replicate these systems and just glean from that knowledge and see permaculture in a new way so that they can establish that on their farm. We're just so passionate about that.
Every one of us has driven past a big church property or a synagogue or a mosque that just has lots of land in a big building with a big roof that has lots of water coming off of it. That's bothered me for years. Perfectly mowed church lands that are used for nothing. If you support our project, that's what we're going to be working on, is getting those communities of people to see the potential for all of that land. Thousands and thousands of acres around the country. I don't know how many, hundreds of thousands, that could be used for food production and ecological restoration. That's what this project is about.
While this project, it is about food insecurity and building an educational center for kids, I feel like this project is much more about building upon the knowledge of the local people and the local kids and the locals that have here, building on their strength and introducing them to permaculture principles and having a relationship with the land and not just about taking. So I think is a twofold: food insecurity as well as building respect and knowledge for the land.
So we can all remember the first time that we've grown our own, what a vegetable or piece of fruit, and how it made us really feel. And even as entering in this community with our permaculture friends, like, it has made this whole community so much closer, even though we come from all these different places. And so with this project, I hope that with all the new people that are coming into Bradenton, it kind of creates that community around us all enjoying growing our own food together, and just trying to take care of the earth in a better way. And for the community garden, it's not just about the garden. Hopefully we can get this water system implemented so that we can help out other organizations like the Tampa Bay Estuary in conserving what runoff we do have, or filtering it at least before it hits the rivers. And I ask that you help vote for my project and help get this going for Manatee County and the residents that will be using it from the recreation center. Thank you.
Kind members, please consider voting for our project, Down the Hill Farms Forest Garden project. The impacts will be huge, not only for the members coming in, the family that lives there, the educators that are coming to teach, the homeschool groups, or the community coming in to learn about this demonstration site. But also, it impacts the wildlife, the migratory birds, the insects that are making homes in these forest systems, and regenerates the land in another way that's not possible for most Coloradans out here. This would be a huge impact, and we really want to encourage others to do the same for, again, self-reliance and abundance in food. It's possible even here.